the starting five with the sleepers, Monday morning edition. That's right. We are recording this live on a Monday morning. And if you know me, you know how difficult of a thing that is to do. But here we are for the people. Karl, how are you on this? It looks sunny in the room that you're in.
Yeah, it's actually super bright in here. So that's actually why I'm wearing the sunglasses. We got a really bright morning here in Ferndale, and I'm not really a morning person either, but I am ready. I'm up. I'm here for the brand. I'm here for sleepers, and there's 5 topics that need to be talked about. So you know what, why not? I can't think of a better way to just start off my Monday, so let's get it.
Here we go.
Get right into it.
Biggest news in the last week. This is going to be a heavily NBA discussed episode, by the way, just a warning for everybody out there. But the biggest news that was super viral last week was Nick Wright's comments about Nikola Jokic. And I believe the quote was, if he wins MVP, he is the worst player to win MVP in yada, yada years. Then he kind of backtracked and said Derrick Rose was maybe the worst, but there's obviously injury stuff happened there. Basically, he doesn't like Nikola Jokic. He doesn't have a lot of respect for his trajectory going forward as a player. What do you think?
First of all, it's Nick wrong. It ain't Nick right. Like it's one thing to like hate on a person. It's one thing to like have an agenda against like maybe that dude's not your favorite guy. Like, I mean, I feel like every ESPN person has somebody who's just like not their guy. But for you to just come out and like basically lie, like just saying that he would he said, I think the quote was, statistically would be the worst MVP in NBA history, and then just didn't back it up with any facts. He just like threw it out there and threw some numbers out there, and it's just wrong. And the whole NBA MVP thing is a whole nother thing. It's just they disrespect Jokic, and then I got people out here trying to tell me that Chris Paul should be MVP. Like it's I don't know. Everyone was on his ass about it. This is why we're talking about it. I know you saw how Twitter reacted.
Yeah, that's the thing that was the most confusing to me, is that the gist of his argument was that Chris Paul should win MVP. But like, if you just replace Chris Paul or Nikola Jokic with Chris Paul and what he's saying, it's still true. Like, Chris Paul would be the second worst player resume wise, career wise, to win MVP. Unless you're telling me you're taking Chris Paul over like Giannis, which I don't think is fair when there's a decade and a half left to go for Giannis. Like, Giannis will probably win an NBA title, and he's a 2-time MVP already. Like, I just don't know. I think there's disrespect to Jokic for a variety of reasons. Some people were claiming it was a lot just about like the market they play in. He's not a marketable superstar.
I think it's fat shaming.
Really?
I really think it's fat shaming.
He's not
a little more. He's literally cooking people with a body like mine, and people don't like that. That's all that is.
He's slimmed down now, though. So did you, but he's.
Exactly. We still got a little cushion, little beef. That's all I'm saying. It's a little fat shaming, but the whole NBA MVP, like the thing is, like Jokic was before the Jamal Murray injury. The Nuggets were one of the best teams in the Western Conference, and like he was putting up triple doubles and stats all the time. I just don't really understand why we overlook the fact that this dude is basically averaging a triple double, and we just think it's not as good because I don't know, because he's slower or because I don't really understand it. Doesn't really make sense to me. The whole Chris Paul MVP argument, like, okay, his team's really, really good, but I think we need to relax and just take a moment to actually appreciate what Jokic is doing. And also, this is a great time to segue to the fact that Greg said he'd rather have Ricky Rubio over Chris Paul before this year started.
Yeah, maybe biggest miss in my career was saying Ricky Rubio was not much different than adding Chris Paul for the Suns. Huge miss, obviously. I've gained a lot of respect for CP3 this year. I've been a notorious CP3 hater. I don't like guys that can't win in the playoffs, and he certainly can't do that. We'll see what happens this season. But yeah, I don't know. I think you could spin the thing Nick Wright said, where he's talking about career. Like, if Chris Paul won MVP this year, that would be the worst individual season an MVP has ever had. Like, isn't he averaging like 16 and 9?
So you're talking about statistically.
Like, this isn't a lifetime achievement award. It's a most valuable player this year award. And like, is Devin Booker not the best player on the Suns?
Yeah, facts. I mean, it's an MVP award, not the Arthur Ashe MVP award. That's,
All right, so there's our thoughts on Nick Wright. Please, let's get a quiet.
And his hair is terrible.
Let's just get a quiet
Sorry.
Nick Wright.
I try not to attack him for his bad take, but also his hair is terrible.
Number 2 on today's starting 5, rookie of the year. We haven't talked about this much. It's basically a 2-horse race. Depending on who you ask, some people would say it's already locked up. It's not even a race. LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards. First of all, I want to know who you think should win rookie of the year. And then I want to know who you would rather have as a player going forward.
That is so tough. Okay, well, the rookie of the year is not tough for me. I think the rookie of the year is LaMelo. I think it somehow got close because LaMelo missed those games with the wrist injury. But he's come back and he really hasn't missed a step from that injury. And Anthony Edwards is able to use he's been playing extremely well lately, which I expected because draft, I kind of was out there saying that I think Anthony Edwards could be a, franchise changing type star player, which I still think he can be. And he's showing those flashes right now, scoring wise, and other things are starting to come around. But the year that LaMelo had and the team success that LaMelo has is just something you can't ignore. It was runaway to me before he got injured. And I think he was able to come back from that lull and get back and, kind of get back to the way he was playing. So for me, it's LaMelo. And in the long term, God, I want to say Edwards so bad.
I know. You can't do it, though.
I can't. It's got to be LaMelo, man. LaMelo's been different this year. It's crazy that he's 19, too.
So I'm going to do it. I'm going to say I'd rather have Anthony Edwards long term. I'm fine saying LaMelo Ball's the rookie of the year this year, but I think it's a lot closer than people think. Like
it's closer for sure.
What Anthony Edwards has been doing in the last month is a way higher level than I think people even still perceive him as. Like, he had a quiet first couple months of the season, some pretty inefficient shooting numbers. He's still not the most efficient guy, but he's going out and scoring between 20 and 30 every single night and getting double teamed as a rookie on a team with Karl Anthony Towns. So I don't know. I think that long-term Anthony Edwards has superstar wing scorer potential. And I know what is that? Andrew Wiggins in the league? That's not the most important thing to have. You'd much rather have a transcendent point guard. But I don't know. I obviously LaMelo Ball is way ahead of where I envisioned him being, but something about him I just don't buy as a long-term superstar. I don't know what it is.
Also, I think we need to take into account that Anthony Edwards off the court is an absolute star.
Oh yeah.
Press conference God, has bars, by the way. Go check out his raps. And also he basically put his neck out there to get his new team owner, and Alex Rodriguez back with J-Lo. And he might do that single-handedly.
He pretty much did.
Anthony Edwards hasn't missed for the past 2 months on and off the court. The kid's just been electric. And he's a big bucket. He's a bucket. And you got to be able to put what I say, G. I haven't said it in a while. Got to be able to put the orange thing in the 10-foot thing. Damn, that felt good to say again. But at this moment, unfortunately, I had to pick LaMelo long term.
I respect it. LaMelo's going to win Rookie of the Year this year, and I should probably use this time to praise him. I'm sorry, Maxwell. I'm sorry, Hornets fan.
Don't say sorry to Maxwell.
I'm going to say sorry to Maxwell. It's just
I'm not.
The whole the media shit pisses me off with LaMelo.
It does. It's I actually think I saw someone or one of the accounts actually called it instead of House of Highlights, they actually called themselves House of LaMelo. And LaMelo's been cooking, but anything he does, everyone's like, oh my God, that pass. I'm that was a good pass. Seen that a lot.
Yeah.
I could probably flip over to the Wizards game and see Ish Smith making that pass. LaMelo's great, but also, he's got the other stuff kind of annoys me a little bit.
Yeah, the Hornets announcers too, they're great when Miles Bridges dunks.
Oh no, don't be that.
Well, dude, I watched that game last night.
Watch out for the fun police, guys.
No, I'm just LaMelo would make a chest pass and it's go! And but LaMelo missed 2 free throws in a 2-point game with 40 seconds left. And I'm not kidding. There was not a word spoken. They just let it go to commercial break without saying a thing. It's you can't have it both ways. You can't scream every single play when a guy makes a routine pass and then he fucks up and there's nothing. Come on.
It's better than listening to George Blaha claim that players are doing windmills when they're not windmilling.
I just don't like front runners, and Hornets announcers might be on my potential front runner.
Ooh, front runner fake tough guy list.
Front runner, fake tough guys, Charlotte Hornets, maybe. Another Karl Anthony Towns related topic today, Carter. Cat, another cat. You're a cat. He's also a cat. And Jimmy Buckets, they've had a long time feud, potentially, I guess you could say, since Jimmy was in Minnesota. Some more history being made this week as Jimmy Butler was heard, quote, in a game, calling Karl Anthony Towns soft as baby shit. First of all, really funny quote. Expected from Jimmy Butler at this point, right? I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah, and I think the thing that just rubbed me the wrong way is it's like he's like, you're a loser or something, like just kind of like going at him, and like eventually like that stuff just gets kind of like old to me, and the timing of it is just not, I'm not a fan of it personally. Just like on a personal level, I feel like, okay, we're not going to be able to just go through this whole career and like not say anything to Karl Anthony Towns again. But like on a personal level, he's been through a lot. And, you know, you're just out there going out of your way to just call him a loser and stuff like that after what he's been through. It just didn't really sit right with me. But also, I really appreciated Cat's response saying, why don't you go just get with Rachel Nichols and cry to her again? That shit was funny and good content and a good comeback. And also to all the people out there who are like, you know, on this, they just love getting on the Jimmy Butler against Karl Anthony Towns thing. I just like, can we stop acting like Karl Anthony Towns isn't a top 25 NBA player, just stuck in a shitty situation?
Yeah, we can. I mean,
Like,
is Karl Anthony Towns ahead of Jimmy Butler as an NBA player for you?
right now?
Yeah.
No, coming off, I mean, Jimmy Butler took the Heat to the finals with I mean, that run is crazy. But like, if we're just starting a team or we're picking players, like Karl Anthony Towns is a better player than Jimmy Butler.
I got a question. Why are the Miami Heat a 6 seed in the East right now?
Huh?
Why are the Miami Heat a 6 seed in the East right now?
Oh, they're just coasting. They just haven't put it together. They're just waiting for the playoffs.
Like, how fluky was that run last year? Because I kind of thought the Heat were going to come out in a certain.
The bubble, that could be a topic. Except the bubble is looking ugly in the light.
Yeah,
is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not a huge Jimmy Butler fan.
Right, and like the Heat are the 6th seed. Tyler Hero's been playing like Doug McDermott with a good brand manager. Like he literally is Doug McDermott with Instagram content and his own cereal and his own Jack Harlow song. Like it's you know, the Heat, I think as a team and like scores, everyone's been looking real funny in the light from the bubble. And you know, people praise Jimmy and they love his quotes, but his team's 6th in the East right now.
It's not great. Behind the Knicks, behind the Atlanta Hawks.
With all that talent.
Dicey. All right, let's talk about our team, the Detroit Pistons, and most specifically their future, Cart, because the Pistons are right now in the 2nd spot in the lottery. They are expected to get a highly talented player as long as they don't mess this up over the last week of the season. They are a game up on all of the teams that are tied for the 3rd best spot in the lottery. But most importantly, their young dudes, Cart, are hooping. And I've been a little tentative to go there, particularly with one Killian Hayes. But Killian Hayes is coming off a 21 point, 8 assists, 7 rebound, 9 for 17 from the floor game against the Bulls last night. A game in which Isaiah Stewart went for 19 and 7 and Saddiq Bey went for 20 and 7. So you got to be feeling pretty good about this trio.
Dude, honestly, I am. Like, this is what we've been asking for. We've been asking for them to play the young Bulls and just lose the game. And that's what we're doing. And we need to keep that up because I think with a top 3 pick that we hit on this year, you know, and you put that with the pieces that we have, like, you know, maybe another year of that and then another top 5, top 3 pick, like we could be really sitting pretty and looking good. So like, I'm a fan of this. And also respect to Saddiq Bey really needs to be talked about more around the NBA. Like if we're talking about rookie of the year type stuff, like Saddiq Bey should be in that conversation.
No, he should not.
Why?
Why? He should not be in the rookie of the year conversation. He's averaging 11 and 4.
I'm saying in the conversation, like he's like first team all rookie.
I mean, that's not in the conversation. He should be in the conversation for first team all rookie, not in the conversation for rookie of the year.
Listen, in my conversation, I got like 5 or 6 guys. Like, don't conversation, shame me. Just let me talk about who's in my conversation. I got
Listen,
a
I
couple guys
like
in there.
Saddiq Bey. He's putting on for all the ugly jumpers out there. Like I appreciate that more than he knows. I love seeing a dude with an ugly jumper succeed in the NBA and make it at a 40% clip on high volume. That's what's up. But Saddiq Bey is like a very good rookie who can be like a third or fourth option on a good team. He's not.
He's also like 23.
Ball.
So it's pretty old, but yeah. I'm all with the movement. We're letting the young bulls rock, and that's what we support here. So
what I like most about where the Pistons are set up right now is that the three of them, Bey, Stewart, and Hayes, are like they're locked into positions, but they allow some flexibility with who you fit around them. Specifically, Jeremy Grant, right? Like he's going to be back and hopefully not benched for 20 games next year and just actually playing and hooping like he was at the beginning of the season because he looked like a superstar. And if you throw him on the wing with those three, and then you just add anybody in the backcourt, which, 3 of the top 4 picks are going to be high level backcourt guys, I think you got to feel really good about next season as long as you land one of Suggs, Green, or Cunningham.
And we have to. We got to be in that top 3. I'm going to be distraught if we're not. We have to be.
Going to fall to 6 and take Corey Kispert.
I'd be sick about that.
It's probably going to happen. We got to prepare ourselves now. But I guess last thing, Killian Hayes, you and I have both been pretty vocal. Like, let's not crown him and be overly patient. Like, let's wait. Let's not condemn him. But also when he's playing bad, like, let's talk about how he's playing bad. He's not really playing bad now.
Yeah, he's playing okay. Like, still, like, he's at, I think I'm kind of taking your point here. At worst, he'll be a really, really good passer and can be a good defender.
Yeah.
Like the scoring hasn't been there for me, but last night he showed a little bit of something. So
he can get his shots is the thing. Like
he can get it. He just can't hit it.
That's what I'm saying. Like why I need like 1,000 made reps a day this offseason just on that lefty floater.
Okay. And that could be done. There is like we said, like everyone was on our ass about saying that Killian stunk when he was stinking. Like we call a spade a spade. Why lie? Like he stunk. So he's playing okay right now, and that's good to see. We need that as a franchise, and hopefully he continues to progress as a basketball player. I think he might be able to. I hope he is able to because we fucking need it.
Yeah. It's the difference between being Frank Ntilikina and being Frank Ntilikina with like really good shot creation and a jumper. Like that's where I'm at with Killian right now.
Yeah, let's just not even put those two names in the same sentence. Just like I don't want that in the universe.
Well, it's in the universe. I'm sorry. We'll see. I'm a pessimist when it comes to the Pistons, but I think I'm more optimistic than I've been in a decade plus. So good job, Pistons. I see you.
Sheesh.
Last topic, last but not least, Mother's Day. Yesterday. Mother's Day weekend, Karl. Say some kind words about the mothers.
Man, I don't want to get emotional on it now. But, man, shout out to my mom, personally, Mary Rose. I appreciate everything you do for our family. I appreciate all the mothers out there. I think that, behind every good-looking light skin who has a podcast is a beautiful mother that holds him down and just raises him right. So I thank you for that. Shout out to all the mothers out there. You're much appreciated. You're always good with the sleepers. And that's really all I got to say about it. I know you want to say a couple words about Connie.
Yeah, of course. Connie, I love you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. You are the biggest supporter I will ever have, always have been. Even today, after episodes, after things we do with sleepers, you're texting me constantly, calling me, saying you loved it. Or even sometimes you're willing to tell me or ask questions. Like with Brad Davidson episode, you're like, is that really going to be a good idea? So I love it. You keep it honest. You are my biggest fan. I will always appreciate that and appreciate everything you do. And shout out all the moms that listen to this. Tammy, my mother-in-law, got together with her yesterday. First thing she did on Mother's Day after the hug was show me where she's at on the phone with the Sleepers streaming episodes. She's only 2 back right now, so she's catching up. And mothers are beautiful things. We would be nowhere without moms. So shout out moms.
Definitely, for sure. Also, can I say one more thing about my mom?
Of course.
Actually, this is just in general. make sure that you guys, when you get your mother something, that you get her something nice if you're gonna post it. That's all I'm gonna say. My Instagram for you was looking a little shaky in the light yesterday with some of the stuff that you guys got your mothers. Like, I know you love her and appreciate her, so actually show it through the gift.
You don't put somebody on blast here?
No, know who you are.
Wow. Okay. All right. What's next for the sleepers? We always save this little moment in the starting five to talk about what is on the horizon. No podcast episode this week, barring a surprise, but we will be back with another episode of the starting five Friday at noon. Also, maybe a little secret special project in the works, Cart. Friday afternoon. You want to talk about that?
Wait, actually, oh no, that's top secret.
We can't even drop that?
No, we're not dropping that.
Wow. Okay.
We're gonna stay low. We're gonna stay low and build.
All right. There's a top secret potential thing in the works. So Carter will let you know when that's available to be known.
Yeah. Also, if any Michigan State players are watching this, answer my DMs. We want you on the show.
All right, Cart. Have a wonderful Monday, man.
You too, man. Peace out.
Peace.